The results are in from the Nanaimo by-election. The Liberals give parents a boost to the bank accounts, and Andrew Scheer kicks off a series of speeches tonight to give Canadians a better idea of what he's all about. Joining me now with the latest on these stories is Globe and Mail's Laura Stone. Welcome to the program, Laura.
Peter.
Big win for the Green Party and their candidate. How did the voting break down there?
Yes, this is a huge historic win for the Greens. Elizabeth May will now have a friend in the House of Commons. Yeah. You know, it's a big deal for the Greens, and we're seeing kind of a trend sweep across Canada. The Greens won big. They won with 38% of the vote. The second place finishers were the Conservatives at 25%, then the NDP. This was an NDP riding. Then the NDP in third place at around 23%, then the Liberals at 11%. This riding is traditionally either Conservative or NDP. So, you know, the biggest loser of last night was the NDP because they went from first place to third.
Well, that doesn't bode well moving towards October. The Green Party issued a statement saying the win hailed the dawn of a new era in federal politics. That's a pretty big statement,
Pretty sweeping
considering
statement.
they only have two people in the House of Commons. What's your interpretation?
Well, you know, by-elections are an interesting beast. They don't necessarily show the trends of what is to come, but you cannot downplay the importance of this by-election to the Green Party. And I think the trend that we're seeing here is that voters are more open to choosing an alternative party. They're not necessarily going to choose one of the main parties, Liberals, Conservatives, or the NDP. We're seeing this trend in PEI. We saw it in BC. So, you know, the progressive wing of the party that might be disappointed in Justin Trudeau, that might not like the NDP anymore, they're looking for a different alternative. And I think that's the message of last night's by-election.
So to hold on to votes that may be creeping over to the NDP or the Greens. Yesterday we heard from the Liberals. They announced a child benefit increase that's coming in July. Is this just bait to keep people coming back to the red?
Well, it's no big surprise because this was labeled that we knew that this was coming in the Liberal budget, and this has been a key plank of theirs. But they do want to promote it absolutely, that they're increasing this child benefit in the lead up to the federal election. You know, this is kind of one of those initiatives, one of the only initiatives that's actually going well for the Liberals. This is, you know, a major policy plank that has been praised worldwide. So this is something they certainly want to promote a few months before this federal election. And like you say, you know, win over those progressive voters.
And also, I'm sure the other parties will just try and move on quickly to another Liberal gaffe. And I'm sure that's what Andrew Scheer will be doing. He's going to be speeches across the country. Does this country know who he is yet?
Not really, and I think that is the basis for his series of speeches. It's called My Vision for Canada. We don't expect that there's going to be, you know, specific policies per se laid out in them, although he is speaking to foreign policy today, and according to the Toronto Star, he'll be, you know, criticizing China and Russia, cautiously criticizing Donald Trump, but mostly he's going to zero in on Justin Trudeau, and he needs to start presenting an alternative to Canadians to, you know, introduce himself to show, okay, he's leading in the polls, but people might not necessarily know who Andrew Scheer is. They might just be disillusioned with the Liberal Party. So this is his chance to present his alternative vision.
Well, we saw that in Ontario. We could see it on a federal level. Laura, thank you so much for joining us.